Hi guys, it's Carlos and Christina and Richard here at Jet Fitness, Ultimate Fitness Trainer. I'm trying to adjust my chair so you can see me. Come to me anymore. I just touched your bum. Sorry, not yours, Richard. Sorry, Christina. Basically, we're doing Ask the Trainer show. So I've got beautiful Christina here and beautiful Richard here. So over to these guys. So I don't know who wants to start first. By the way, I don't know what they're going to ask me. So hopefully, I'll be able to answer them to the best of my ability. So,
can you explain the benefits of glutamine, creatine, and that one whose name I can't mention?
Right.
Best time to take it.
One question. Within one question, you've got three really answers there. So glutamine, basically, what it does, it really sanitizes muscle tissue. In other words, helps metabolize muscle, so helps building muscle. Also has other priorities in terms of actually helping you not to catabolize your muscle, so not to burn muscle for energy. Also helps your digestive system and has a lot of neurological benefits as well in terms of the brain, so the capacity, but that's for another video. Creatine, on the other hand, basically increases ATP production, which is basically the molecular power that your body utilizes for muscle contraction, i.e., in very simple terms, it's like a turbo. It gives you that extra, okay? Also helps, obviously, enlarge your muscle tissue, as well as aids in the recovery as well. And the glucosamine, basically what it does, it actually helps you protect your joints. So for people, well, when I say for people, for anyone really that does activity, high training, high impact training, should really take glucosamine in order to help your joints become a little healthier, a little stronger, in order to sustain the activity that you so do in the gym or outside, whatever obviously training you do. Okay?
Okay, right. I've recently been training and I've hit a plateau in my training.
Okay.
I'm not losing that much weight anymore. What should I do to switch it up?
Okay. Obviously, there's many answers to this, and there's many ways of answering these as well. What happens is when you train for whatever, if it's in Christina's case, Christina competes. So that's a very common thing that happens. Obviously, what happens is you start training and you zone out, and it comes to a point where your body thinks, you know what, I don't really want to go on stage. I know you want to take me there, but I don't really want to go on stage. Because don't forget, your body is there to survive. It doesn't really care whether you want to look gorgeous, if it doesn't want to care whether you want to look sexy. All it cares is to sort of protect your vital organs. So what it does, it plays tricks on you. So when you say hit the plateau, is when your metabolism 9 times out of 10 wants to shut down in terms of doesn't want to lose any more body fat. Now, the biggest thing about change up, there's many ways of looking at it. You can obviously change your training routine. You can change the way you eat in terms of calorie deficit. You can really increase your calories for a couple of days to really give you that kind of boost. And you can also do something which is I normally tend to advise people, which works a treat, is don't do anything. Okay, just keep the momentum going, because a lot of the times you speak to all the so-called experts or even the expert itself, and they'll all tell you a different story. You know what I mean? Some people say to run a mountain, some people say to jump off a mountain, some people tell you to go have a haircut somewhere else. Everyone's got their own story. Now, what I can say is, anyone that diets, anyone that competes is out for everyone, okay? Everyone tells a different story, everyone tells you a slightly similar story. It can be quite very confusing, so the biggest advice I can give Christina is look at the training that you're doing, perhaps look at the calories that you're doing in terms that you're taking every single day. Stress can play a big part, because obviously one thing is shit. You know, I'm going to compete in 3 weeks, am I going to look good enough? So that in itself is a massive pressure. Then obviously you're comparing yourself to other people that, believe it or not, a lot of these people that you see on Instagram, one, they've probably been training for years. Two, some of them do that for a living. 3, some of them take crazy substances, of which you can't see the substances, but they do. And if you just started training and competing, comparing yourself to those people, it's very unfair. And it's probably not fair on yourself to even think that you can compare yourself to them people. So the biggest advice I can give is, obviously, check out your training. Maybe you have to change a little bit on your training. Sometimes that's a couple of days off, really, to just recharge your batteries. And thirdly, really, just make sure you enjoy it, because it should be something you enjoy. But no matter however you look at it, when you are competing, everyone's going to hit the plateau. I did it when I was training. It comes to a point where, believe it or not, last week you feel shit. I can't give any more. I'm literally drained. I need to stop. But then you think, I've been dieting for 12 weeks, I can't keep this up. So just keep the momentum, it's hard. But obviously, and surround yourself with people that actually know what they're talking about, and also people that are doing the same thing as you, so it keeps you going.
Okay,
cool.
One exercise routine I've seen on media get a lot of bad press is CrossFit.
Yes.
Explain to people who haven't done that before what it's about, what the benefits are.
Okay.
In your opinion.
Right. Look, I hate obviously bad mouth the methods of training, because I guess everyone's got their own methods. Okay. CrossFit's got their own niche, if you like. Honestly, I've got to say, it's actually something I actually use myself, and I use CrossFit methods to a degree in the methods I train people. CrossFit's good, very, very good. But the biggest thing with CrossFit, of which is a downfall for people that probably don't know, is because when you are measuring yourself against time through heavy loads, through higher repetition, if I say, listen, you've got to do 120 burpees in 4 minutes, 9 times out of 10, the first 10 burpees might be correct, the rest is just a complete mess, okay? So you are fighting against time, so that's not good. Because obviously a lot of the times people that go to CrossFit are people very unconditioned, they never trained before, and all of a sudden you give them a bar and trying to do deadlifts and all sorts of different sort of methods of training. And what I mean by that is all sorts of different crazy exercises, clean and jerks. Obviously for someone that's never trained before, the technique is out the window, so it can be, don't take me wrong, it can be a very, when I say dangerous, it's probably a hard or harsh sort of word to say, but it can be hazardous, if you like that, if it can't make any sense. But I actually like CrossFit. I'm definitely one of the trainers that definitely would give a massive positive on CrossFit. I think it's good. However, the biggest thing is for people that really got poor form, it's probably the worst thing you can do. So if people got really good form, they understand a little bit about training, CrossFit can give you a lot of benefits, of which I do with my clients. But if you've got crazy form, I wouldn't put a client...
You will put me there.
In the mid... Huh?
You will put me in CrossFit.
No, I've got to be honest. No, not at all. It would be a big danger, big danger. Don't get me wrong, some people do it. So I even say, I'll give you an example, I've got clients that have been doing CrossFit for years, and believe it or not, they come back with really bad habits. I mean, if you see CrossFitters doing pull-ups, it's kind of like a joke, because they swing their legs up and they come up and pull back. It's not actually, but that's what they're doing in their games, there's CrossFit games. That's what they need to do against time. So I understand why they do it. Would I advise someone to do that? No. So people end up with a lot of injuries sometimes, but it all depends how you do it, you know? And this is what I will say. Some people say, would people recommend to do bodybuilding? I say, it depends how you do bodybuilding. It depends how you perform the exercise. It depends how you then, because some people take one answer for everything. There isn't one answer for everything. There's sometimes grey areas.
Done.
Okay, right, my next question is, back again to fat loss. I've been on Instagram and the internet, and I've just seen so many different ways that how to speed up fat loss. Things like don't eat after 8 o'clock, do fasted cardio, drink water. Have you got any secret little tips that you could tell us? Like your 3 top tips?
There's loads, absolutely. There's absolutely loads. The three top tips in order to lose body fat, stop eating shit. That's the first one, and that's very blunt, because what happens is a lot of people that have got no clue about diet, and then they want top tips. Okay. Now, first and foremost, obviously, stop eating crap. That's the biggest thing. There's many methods of dieting. Obviously, you've got like intermittent fasting, which works very, very well, scientifically proved to be one of the best ways of losing weight, yeah, definitely. But the thing with intermittent fasting, obviously, because you're fasting for either, there's many methods of looking at this one, but you can either fast for 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, because obviously you go into a starvation period, your body stores a lot of body fat at the same time, then burning excess body weight, and sometimes in the process, depending on whether you are an ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph, I don't know, really confuse anyone, but whether you're like a slim, sort of bulky or overweight person, which that's the name, ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph, it all sometimes depends whether you're going to lose body fat or versus losing a lot of muscle. So it kind of like can sort of hover between the two. So that's another one. It works very well. The others, within the second one or the third tip, I'd say make sure you understand the difference between dieting and a menu, because a lot of people think, and I see it all the time, people think dieting is, oh, what can I have from this sort of line, which is protein, what can I have from carbs, what can I have from fats, and then they pick it, but that don't mean you're dieting, because you might be consuming 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 calories. It's all about diet versus calorie expenditure. Put it this way, it's very simple. If you're taking more calories than what you're spending, you're going to put weight on. If you're taking more calorie expenditure, sorry, if you're spending more calories than what you're taking, then you're going to lose weight. That's how simple it really is. But sometimes we tend to complicate it. But the biggest thing as well, on top of that dieting, is make sure you understand your body as well. Because everyone, when I say I mean everyone, you need to understand how your body reacts to foods. Because some people say, for instance, the way I react to foods will be different to Christina and Richard, and vice versa. The way she reacts will be different to me and Richard, and Richard to me and Christina. So we all kind of very different sometimes, react to different foods as well. Okay, Richard?
No, I'm done.
Fantastic, so there you are. It's good sometimes to do these videos. Richard loves it, Christina loves it as well. She spent about an hour doing her hair, as you can see, she looks beautiful. So has Richard too. So as you can see, he looks beautiful. So I do apologise for my side, but I always think obviously be funny, but it's just the way it is. So with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Christina is entering the competition in 3 weeks' time. Check this beautiful woman out on my Instagram. I'm sure you'll see lots of pictures of her. And also of Richard as well. He's an absolute superstar. And with all that said, guys, check us out on Instagram, which is Carlos Train 10. And also on YouTube, which is Carlos Training. With all that said, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That's cool.
That was a good one.